Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Carlos. Thank you for joining me. And today we're going to be going over some thoughts and ideas about fatigue, recuperation, and how to deal with structured, rigid workouts after a certain level. So, as you guys that have been following me know, that I've been trying to keep up a progression with some pretty heavy lifts, and they've been going well. I mean, I've been progressing. Some of these lifts, they've had a constant, continuous progression for the last 12 weeks, I believe. Particularly my squat, which is probably my strongest lift. My weakest lift, technically, I mean, it was a really shitty squat up until I decided to correct it, and uh, and it is being corrected, and it's working, and it's going great according to plan. Now, there's been a bit of an issue with overreach. I'm very ambitious when it comes to writing out programs. And it's like you're going to the buffet, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. And it happens, I think it happens to everybody who's really serious into training. You know, you just want to do a little bit more here, add some more weight over there, perhaps another set, take that set deeper into the failure zone. And, you know, it's human nature, right? You want to do the most that you can. And of course, that's the case with me. But over time, you know, I have enough experience to know that some things are unsustainable. And so I'm not a professional bodybuilder, I'm not a professional power lifter. I am a lifestyle lifter who wants to be as strong and as jacked as possible without being a pro or even an amateur setting on, getting on stage or whatever. Look, to each their own. I understand the the aesthetics and the beauty and the excitement of getting on stage and competing against others. But not everything in this life has to be categorized into a pigeonhole. You can try to do 600-pound squats without going to a powerlift meet. You can try to be 8 to 10% body fat at 260 pounds with vascular muscles all over without being a professional bodybuilder. Yes, this can be done. It, in fact, is very possible to develop yourself to a level that is above and beyond the normal without pertaining to a certain group or pursuing a specific competitive activity. I know this is going to blow everybody's mind, but you can actually do these things. Yeah. So I think that's where my niche, if you want to pigeonhole me into something, it's like, who knows what the fuck this guy wants to do, right? That's basically my pigeonhole. We just don't know what he wants to do. I'm just kidding. So, anyways, the lifts are going fine. Now, they don't go according to plan every single day. So, yesterday I had a program I had written into my program where I had to go and do certain lifts. And I woke up in the morning, first thing I said, there's no way I'm going to do this today. I'm just feeling lethargic. I don't want to, because like today I have program that I'm not going to the gym. Today is a day where I'm not going to the gym. And today I would love to go and do those squats. I'll do them tomorrow. Have a little bit of patience. One more day of rest is not going to set me back. And I'll go in with greater gusto to do them. Because at the end of the day, since we're not making money from this and it's not our source of income, we want to make this as fun as possible. And, when it starts becoming a cross, that you have to carry and a burden that you have to continue with, then it becomes a punishment of sorts. It becomes a bad karma. It becomes a chain. You're bound to it unwillingly somehow. With compliance to a certain degree because you go along with your burden, but it becomes not so fun. And so I want to keep it fun. I want to keep it exciting. Yesterday, I just didn't have that energy. I didn't have that will to power, as Nietzsche, would say. So what did I do? I went to the gym and I said, well, maybe some pulmonary activity would get me back into the swing of things, right? So I got on the treadmill and did 12 minutes with a couple of sprints. And it really does help when you're kind of beating yourself down with the heavy weights and you experiment that fatigue, that lack of drive, say, and it's not due to any nutritional issues or hormonal issues or family or business issues. It's just that you feel beat down. You feel kind of tired. Your muscles are stiff. How can you think of going and doing a 400-pound deadlift if your muscles are stiff and you're hobbling to the bathroom to take a piss? Really? Really? No, I don't think so. And that's the way it was today. This morning I got out of bed and I bounded up. It's like, shit, I want to make myself some coffee, make myself some breakfast. I got so many things to do. This is really fun. I love my life. I'm just into it. I'm excited. That's the feeling that you want when you go to the gym and try to lift these heavy weights. So I'm all over the place. Be patient with me. So the idea is I see these very structured programs, like I'll go in and check out these how to peak for a powerlifting meet. And it's very structured with the accessory movements and everything. And I'm wondering to myself, what do you do on those days where you're kind of off and your lifts are up to 400, 500, 600 pounds? What do you do on those days? I'm really asking myself. I don't have a coach telling me, I'm like I'm gleaning from the internet. And I'm wondering to myself, I couldn't do that. Like it says, Monday you must go in and do Bulgarian split squats, and then do this, and then you're gonna do your free weight squat, for 5 reps with 485 pounds. I said, yeah, right. Yeah. See you later. If that feeling isn't there, well, I just slough off the scheduled workout for the next day, or 2 days, or 3 days later. So yesterday, treadmill, got the circulation going. Said, well, okay, the Smith machine was free at the gym, so I'm going to do calves. Yeah, but you just did calves 2 days ago. Well, they say frequency is the key to calf growth. So I took advantage of my lack of motivation for doing heavy weights, and it wasn't lack of discipline. It was like just, fear of getting injured also. So spent good deal of time on the Smith machine doing calf raises. I did them until I couldn't do them no more. I had the energy to do that small muscle, and so I felt kind of like a due diligence. Yeah, taking care of my calf muscles because I couldn't do anything else. Then why don't you do some abdominals? I said, no. Well, then now you're just being lazy. You can lay down there on that crunch board and just meditate on it and get into it. So I did. First set I did 20 reps. I got hot, when you run up a flight of stairs when you're not exercising, right? And then all of a sudden you have to do it's extreme exertion and you're sweating in your shirt. That first heat is so uncomfortable. It's like, no, I don't want to sweat. That one set, sweating. Oh man, great. Okay, so now we're into it. Do another set. Okay, did 2 sets now of 20. Abs are feeling tight. Well, do another set. Okay, 3 sets. Do another set. 4 sets. Man, we're good. Now we're cooking. Yeah, now the band is playing some jazz. So I moved from there to a abdominal machine. Big thing. I've never done that before, where you kind of a pull over and you lift your legs up, and it's like this big contraption. So I went on there. We're fucking around at the gym. This is not a really intense day. And so I did some sets there. And then mercifully I ran into a friend and started to socialize, and that was the end of the workout. And that was it. I said, thank you, Vince. You fucking rescued my ass, because I didn't want to do jack shit today. And I'm carrying around my camera. I'm filming myself doing jack shit. And it's so fun. It's so fun. But, I'm thinking to myself, are you being lazy or not? So I finally resolved, no, this is not lazy. It's not like the end of the world. Tomorrow is another day, and voila, today is the day after tomorrow, after yesterday. So the opportunity's on today, and the opportunity's on for another day of rest. So I'm just taking it easy today. No workouts. Just want to jabber at the camera and tell everybody that it's a long haul. My training buddy is ready to bail. He's in a calorie restriction. He was fat at one time. He's 5'9", he was 270 pounds with a huge belly and all kinds of fat. He lost 40 or 50 pounds of fat. and now he wants to just get really in shape. And he says, I wants to go down to 7, 8, 9% body fat. And I'm telling him, look, man, you don't want to do that. It's unrealistic. Your goals are unrealistic. Take it slowly, because if you put yourself in too deep a calorie restriction, you're going to fail at this. You're going to fail at this. And lo and behold, 2 months into the diet, 2 months into everything, I just received an audio. Look, this is really, hurting my lifestyle. I'm feeling kind of depressed, low energy. I don't have the, go get it at the gym. I have to reconsider. I think I'm going to stop the weights, just go back to my easy cardio, and I'm going to stop the diet. And I said, Vince, this is exactly what I told you. What happens when you embark on these things? You have to consider the cost. The cost and the what is it, the compromiso, they say in Spanish. What's the name of it? I mean, when you sign up for this, you have to know that there is a cost, and the cost is adherence over a long period of time. Can you do this? For a lot of people, this is just not worth it. But for us, if you're listening to me, if you're on this channel, you're probably into hardcore lifting, right? Or you want to know what a lifestyle hardcore lifter does. And what we do is we lift heavy weights consistently week after week, and we're on these diets for long periods of time, and we adhere to these things. We adhere to these things. Like, say you have an off day, great. You don't go to the gym, go the next day, and then you're progressing, you're busting those PRs. And this comes to the issue of, what is it that you want? How much do you want it? Do you believe in yourself to do these things? Now, in the past, I wasn't that person. I didn't have those firm convictions. I was just going with the flow. I would do, for a while, and I do other things. And this was my life. This was everybody's life, right? They go to work, they have families, you do this, you got a hobby, you kind of invest some time in this, maybe you got a garden going, you go for a trip, and this is the life of most 99% of people. Now, some of us made a choice at some point to take something really seriously. Really seriously, almost like life or death. This is so important to us that we cannot go back. It's like crossing a line. You can't go back, but it's a decision that you've made. Now, why did you make this decision? Like me personally, I'll share with you. I made the decision to develop my physique and my body and my mind, hopefully, to the utmost until the day I'm not on this earth anymore. And if that means that I don't die and taken up by extraterrestrials or by God himself, or that if I do die, look, I'm leaving it ambiguous because I don't want to die. So I'll leave it out. He left the earth. Hopefully in good circumstances. Anyways, so I made that decision for myself at 47, right? And okay, so when you reach 60, 70, 80, are you still going to be trying to do this? Yeah. Yes, absolutely. That's the idea. When I'm 75, I hope I'm repping 500 pounds on the deep squat with pause in the hole. I hope I'm power cleaning 3 plates when I'm 75. Nobody's done that. That's not done. Look, it's an unrealistic goal. Don't tell me it's unrealistic. I know from past history. I know from agricultural, rural lifestyles in the past that this was the way of life for many men, and they would reach old age with extreme physical capacities. And so don't tell me that's not possible. It's not possible if you're sitting in an office all day, for sure. If you're, driving back and forth everywhere you go, if all you do is sit down all day, sure, that's not going to be possible. I agree. That's not possible. But if you take it upon yourself to determine that you will do something, you will do that. It'll happen. Unless unforeseen circumstances or the will of God intervenes, and by divine intervention, you just don't do this. But getting back to the point, at some point in our lives, we have to make a strong decision. Now, in fitness, there's many ways of approaching it. Most people approach this as a entertainment. So your physical physique, your body and your exercise regime is entertainment. It's something for recreation. It's recreational. That's fine. It has some benefits. That's great. It's better than not doing them. But if you want the maximum, reward from this, as like Plato and Socrates says, to reach old age with a beautifully sculptured, powerful physique, you have to invest just about everything that you have into this. And I'm talking about your energy, your drive, your perseverance, because over time, many reasons will come up to bail. You're halfway across the ocean blue, like Christopher Columbus, and your crew inside wants to mutiny. He said, "Fuck this! We don't want to go. There's nothing but water out here. We're never going to reach the end." It's like uh, you harrow the soil, perpetually, and you never get a crop. Now that's not true. That's not true. I've been rewarded every single day of my journey. I wake up in the morning and I look at myself and I'm much stronger than normal. I feel boundless energy most of the time when I'm not feeling dead. You feel dead or you feel great, right? Well, you got to live with these polarities. If this is what you want to do. I know some of you guys out there are on like weight loss journeys. You've been super heavy and you're coming down, and I believe that you've made a choice to live. It's like this is life and death, basically, for me, because you can't take a vacation from your body. As long as you're in this life, you're in this body. And so, okay, we'll pay attention to this for a while, then we'll let it go. It's like when you let go, what are you doing? You're not going anywhere. You're still in your mind and your body. You're still there. Where did you go? You just stop doing something that will bring you, greater benefit in the future for the sake of the right now, in the moment, laziness, sloth. I love that word, sloth. I hate it. I love to hate it. I've been slothful in the past, and I'm still dealing with, everybody deals with inertia and entropy, and like just you don't want to do anything, do the least amount of work possible. That is not very life affirming. Life needs to be embraced fully, totally accepted, and if you do not, you have to understand that there is a dichotomy there of life and death, and that at certain points you're choosing death. You want to not exist. You want to not think. You do not want to be. To be or not to be. That is the question, but the answer is be. You're here. You're alive. The option is total annihilation, total death. So choose life. Am I plagiarizing some wonderful written word somewhere? Who said that before? Choose life. Choose life. And that's my message today. Choose life. If you've embraced the hardcore, you want to lift as heavy and as hard as possible. You want to develop your muscles to the max. You're not letting age be a consideration in that journey, because it's not. The consideration in this journey is your will to do so. So I would have to say to you, go for it. And as a fellow journeyman, I would have to say that you have to adjust and regroup along the way. So not every day it goes according to plan. In fact, I would say don't structure your workouts. Structure your workouts in the sense that they give enough leeway for how you feel. And so this was what I was discussing yesterday with my workout partner. I have 100% workouts, I have 50% workouts, I have 75% workouts. And the days that I have that overbounding energy, those are PR days. I know what to do. I know that there's a squat involved. I know that there's a deadlift from the floor, not a rack pull, which I love the rack pulls. They're great. They develop muscle, but for the sake of progress, deadlifts and the bench press, be it an incline or a flat. That's what's involved in this journey. And so when you're feeling 100%, PR days, fucking great, over the top. Not feeling so good, feeling bad, don't go home. Stay away from the gym. Do something else. Feeling okay, like got some energy, do your 50% workout. That could be a hardcore hypertrophy arm isolation workout, or calves and abs, or maybe some treadmill or elliptical work, or hill sprints, or do something that is according to your energy. And this is also, I'm going to plagiarize from a very wise book. It says, do everything according to your energy levels. Duh, but we want to force the issue. We don't have energy, and we're going to flat out, go for it because we're going for the burn. Yeah, you're going to burn out. That's what you're going to do. And now I'm not going to let myself burn out. I'm just, starting this journey. I've been 10 years into it, and I believe I am just beginning to learn. I'm just beginning to get into the swing of things. I'm starting to know my body at 57. Fuck yeah. Look, the day when somebody says, I can't take any advice anymore, I can't be taught anything, and I'm not going to learn, little big X on their back, say a little prayer for them. They're already dead. They just don't know it yet. So, anyways, God bless everybody. Have a wonderful and exciting, uplifting day, and we'll see you next time.